What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. I'm your host, Tyrus Wilson. Today, we're going to be talking about the recent news concerning Angel Reese and the LSU women's basketball team. We saw this week they took a tough loss to Iowa, and Iowa got their get back. What can I say? Iowa got their get back. Props to Caitlin Clark. Let's just say this now: we've never seen a college basketball player, a women's college basketball player, like Caitlin Clark. We've never seen that ever. So respect to her, respect to them. But the main focus I want to talk about is concerning the news that came out after the game, which was referring to what happened prior to the game. What am I referring to? You're wondering? I'm referring to the news that came out that Angel Reese and the LSU basketball team left during the national anthem. They chose to leave during the national anthem. That was the story that was broken. That was the story that I heard and that I read. And a lot of people were upset with that. A lot of people who have been attacking Angel Reese because of her confidence, which some people misinterpret as overly cocky. Those same people are now going over the top with it. They're going next level because she just took a loss to her rival, Caitlin Clark. They're already on her back for that. And then now, with this whole national anthem situation, people are going 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 100 times harder in their criticism of Angel Reese because, let's call it what it is, these people hate to see young, talented, black stars. I think that, given my personal take on it, I don't know who decided to leave at that point in the game starting, the national anthem zone. I don't know who decided to leave at that point. It could have been external factors, like people don't know. But all I can say is this: people are on their backs already as young, black, talented athletes. They're on their back already, especially when they're confident. And to add this to the plate is too much on it. And it's unfortunate. But it's not surprising. Because these people, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody in their beliefs, right? If you want to stand for the national anthem, good for you. If you don't want to stand, good for you too. We're not going to sit here and act uneducated to what the national anthem means to Black Americans here in America. If you do your research, you would understand maybe why a person of Black American heritage would choose not to stand, would choose to simply pay their respects in another manner or go away. Because let me ask you this. Do you know the history of the national anthem? Do you know the history that affects Black Americans concerning that anthem? See, the problem with it is people are so caught up with tradition. They're so caught up with tradition that they turn a blind eye to the history that affects the people that you're pressuring to do what you want them to do. But we're free. We're free now. This isn't the 1800s, the 1700s, the 1600s. We are free to do as we please. Nobody has to stand for anything. And nobody has to fall for anything. So, like I said, respect to those who disagree, respect to those who agree. But this is my opinion on it. They didn't have to stand for it if they didn't want to. And if they chose to leave during the anthem, let them leave. You don't know the external factors for why they did that. It may not have even been connected to the anthem. Maybe they had something going on where they decided they had to go away at that moment. You never know with a team. But when teams make decisions, it's best to do it as a team rather than do it as individuals, because an individual decision, it separates the team. Me personally, when I was a part of a team, we stood during the anthem, we stood together, we locked arms, and we ran out together as a team. We did that as a team. LSU, they chose not to do that. They chose to take a different route. In this particular situation, they chose that. But like I said before, people don't know the details. But when it comes down to it, it's like when you try to make this thing racial, that's where you need to do your research on what you're talking about, because the national anthem was never intended for Black Americans. It was never intended for people of my heritage. In fact, Francis Scott Key, the writer of the national anthem, in the original version, the original full version of the national anthem, he speaks and expresses his intent and his want for slavery to continue on. And freedom isn't even an idea for the slave in his mind. That's what you want us to stand for? And I know majority of the people who are thinking of the anthem, they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about the soldiers who died, right? Who sacrificed their life for America and their nation and their country and their families, right? And respect to those people for doing that. They sacrificed their lives for a greater purpose. But it goes back to what I said previously. Traditions. People are so stuck on traditions that they can't even put aside their pride and say, maybe, just maybe, this is offensive. Maybe, just maybe, this is wrong. Maybe, just maybe, we don't want a connection to something that promotes something that is evil, something that is wicked, something that is of white supremacy. But instead, they can't own up to that. They'd rather just let their pride consume them and let tradition consume them to where they think it's a must for somebody to do something. And if they don't, they're anti-American. They're anti-patriot. No. You're not going to sit there and antagonize somebody else because they don't want to do what you want them to do. That's slavery. That's not freedom. A lot of people believe America represents freedom. You know what freedom is? Freedom is being able to do as you please and not being forced to do something. So yeah, everybody's entitled to their right to feel how they feel about Angel Reese and LSU concerning this national anthem decision. But we've seen this story before. Let's not act like it's new. America, specifically white America, hates when Black people do something that they don't want them to do. Overall, in conclusion, Angel Reese, LSU, their whole basketball team, whatever decision they made concerning the national anthem, let them have that. That's their freedom to do as they so please. And it's not your place. It's not your place. It's not my place. It's not anybody's place to antagonize them as though they are villains simply because they didn't stand and participate in the national anthem. Please do your research. And I want to clarify. This isn't me being anti-anthem. This is me being freedom of choice, freedom of speech, because at the end of the day, I'm a man that's pro-freedom, man. And if they chose to do what they chose to do, that's their free right to do so, and let them do so as they please. But in conclusion, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. I'm your host, Tyrus Filson. Have a blessed day. Peace.